All right, so let's talk about reflexive verb conjugation. Okay, now I know that some of you might have struggled this when we first learned it in class. We're going to review this. Hopefully, going through this review will kind of help you at least be able to conjugate these verbs. All right, so there are multiple steps to the conjugation process. Okay, the first step that I want you to do is I want you to identify what is the verb and what is the reflexive pronoun. Okay, the infinitive of a reflexive verb will always look like what you see here on the screen with sepiarse. Okay, now if I want to identify the verb, I need to look for, well, what do my verbs normally look like? Okay, in this case, it is going to be sepiar. Okay, that is my verb. Then my reflexive pronoun is this part at the very end here, this se, say. Okay, that is my reflexive pronoun. Okay, so again, this is my verb. And this is my reflexive pronoun. All right, so that is the first step. The second step, remove the reflexive pronoun, then conjugate the verb. So if we're looking at sepiarse, if I remove my reflexive pronoun, okay, I remove se, I am left with sepiar. All right, so now I'm left with my verb sepiar, okay, and I need to just go through and I just need to conjugate my verb. Now, sepiar is a normal AR verb, so all I have to do is I just have to conjugate it as I normally would. So cepillo, cepillas, cepilla, cepillamos, cepilláis. Make sure you have that accent over the A. And the last one, cepillan. All right, so that's step 2. I removed my reflexive pronoun, and then I conjugated my verb. Step 3, add the appropriate reflexive pronoun before the conjugated verb. So, first we need to know what are our reflexive pronouns. Well, if you're talking about yo, you're going to use me. For tú, use te. For él, ella, and usted, use se. For nosotros, you use nos. For vosotros, use os. And for ellos, ellas, and ustedes, use se. All right, so these are your appropriate reflexive pronouns. So all I have to do now is I have to go back up here, okay? And right here in step 3, it says add the appropriate reflexive pronoun before the conjugated verb. Okay, so I'm taking these and I'm adding them before my conjugated verb. So for yo, I say me cepillo. For tú, te cepillas. For él, ella, and usted, se cepilla. For nosotros, nos cepillamos. For vosotros, os cepilláis. And for ellos, ellas, and ustedes, se cepillan. This is how you conjugate a reflexive verb. Now, some things to remember with reflexive verbs. Okay, remember that reflexive pronouns, all right, your reflexive pronouns are these right here, me, te, se, nos, os, and se. They're only used with a verb when someone is doing something to themselves. Okay? Otherwise, if you're doing something to someone else, it is not a reflexive action because you're not doing it to yourself. So in these two sentences here, I brush my teeth and I brush my sister's hair. Which one is the reflexive action? Well, who is doing the brushing in both of these sentences? I am. Who am I brushing something of, or who is having something brushed? Okay, in the first sentence, I am having my teeth brushed. But in the second sentence, I am brushing my sister's hair. So my sister is having her hair being brushed. So which one is the reflexive action? Which sentence has someone doing something to themselves? The first one. I brush my teeth. Okay, this is the reflexive action. So let's see if you can conjugate these verbs here. Make sure that you include the subject pronoun with it. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video, try to conjugate these, and then once you're done, go ahead and play the video and I'll have the answers for you. So for bañarse, and we're talking about ellos. Okay, so we have our subject pronoun ellos. So if I'm going through my process, okay, I have to identify what's my verb, what's my reflexive pronoun. All right, well, my verb is going to be bañar. My reflexive pronoun is se. Okay, so next I have to remove the se, remove that reflexive pronoun, and I'm left with bañar. Okay, how would I conjugate bañar for ellos? Well, it's going to be bañan. Okay. Now, I remember from back up here, I remember that my reflexive pronoun goes before the conjugated verb. Okay. Oops. So, I left some space here to add in my reflexive pronoun. Well, what's the reflexive pronoun that goes with ellos? That's going to be se. Ellos se bañan. Okay. The next one. I'm just going to use my subject pronoun here. I'm not going to rewrite it because otherwise I probably won't have space. Okay. Now remember, with despertarse, this verb has a stem change right here. That E changes to an IE. Okay. So let's go ahead and conjugate my verb despertar. Okay, because I took off my reflexive pronoun se. I just have to conjugate my verb. So I'm conjugating for nosotros. Okay, now in the nosotros form, do we use our stem changers? No. So I'm just going to leave it as despertamos. All right, and then I just need to add in the appropriate reflexive pronoun, which is nos. Nosotros nos despertamos. The next one, ducharse, conjugated for ella. All right. Identify that verb, identify the reflexive pronoun, conjugate my verb. My verb is duchar. All right. Conjugated for ella, I get ducha. All right, then I just need to add in the appropriate reflexive pronoun. That reflexive pronoun for ella is se. Ella se ducha. Finally, maquillarse for to. All right, identify that verb, identify the reflexive pronoun. Okay, my verb is maquillar. Conjugated for to, I get maquillas. Okay, then I add in my appropriate reflexive pronoun for tu, that is going to be te. Tu te maquillas. All right, that is how you are going to be conjugating your reflexive verbs. Now, you're going to get a lot of practice with this. Hopefully, as this week goes on, you get a better understanding of it. If you have questions, make sure you contact me and ask me. I will always be able to help you out.